Alrighty, YouTube. Now that the engine mounts are done in the frame half, I need to start figuring out how the hell this is gonna mount in there. I mean, I know how. I need to make some plates that bolt onto the side of the block that'll go in through those mounts. Duh. Obviously, what I mean by that is I need to get this engine bolted to this transmission with this bell housing, and then I need to grab it with the hoist, stuff it in here, see what doesn't clearance, because there's gonna be things that don't. My main concern is that this engine has a front sump. This oil pan, which came off of the 3-liter, when it's on the engine is going to be pointing basically at that cross member, which isn't great. What I might have to do is take the oil pump from the 2.5, either cut this oil pan around the seam, flip it and weld it, or see if I can't run the 2.5 oil pan on this because this is a 2-piece rear main, the 2.5 is a 1-piece, and the design in the rear is a little different. So I might be able to actually cut this pan off and weld the 2.5 one on it. I don't know yet. That's besides the point. I have a ton of other things I need to do to make sure that this is even gonna work with this transmission. I have no idea how this is going to pick up. Well, could be worse. I wouldn't recommend tilting these with an impact, but I'm going to go slow. Bring it a little closer to you. Oh, that's more weight than I was expecting. I will need to put this bronze bushing in the back of the crank just to make that transmission fit. I don't know if this is just going to go in nicely. It does look like it's going to go in nicely. Pro tip, don't hit a hammer with another hammer. Perfect. All right, let's go see if that bell housing will fit. Actually, what I want to do is get this fork out of here. How are you meant to remove this? You're supposed to tilt this and then you pull this clip up here to slide the fork off into this hole. But there's no clearance for the fork to slide that way to get out of that hole. I don't understand. We went over this in the disassembly video that that plug doesn't just come out. Check this out. I fought with this pivot ball when I was taking the transmission out of the Corvette for a long time. I couldn't get on the nut with a wrench that big enough to twist it with enough force, and the fork wouldn't just twist and come out. I ended up using these vice grip kind of channel locks. They got a curved jaw so they dig in the more you twist. With a wrench on the end of that, and the pivot ball twisted off. That is insane. I can leave that there, it's not really going to cause any harm. And then I can run a hydraulic throw-out bearing to completely negate the need of one ever. Alright, I got the bell housing bolted on. I was having some issue getting it to fit properly. I ended up just smashing the dowel pins in a little bit because they were sticking too far out, and it worked. I was gonna do clutch and flywheel mock-up, but it turns out I don't actually have a flywheel that will bolt onto this engine. This is like a 79, 80 vintage block, and all the flywheels I have are for something older or for something newer. For now, what this will let me do is stab the trans on the back, make sure I have the depth with my input shaft to get in the pilot bearing, and how much room I'll have internally for a clutch and flywheel setup, because I'm gonna need to run a hydraulic throw-out bearing because the slave and fork style that was on the Vette will not work with this engine. So I'm gonna set you down and just see if I can jam this transmission on the back by hand. And have this balanced in such a way that with a ton of weight on the back, it should kind of equal out. We'll see.
Makes video moments better. Is that any fun? Yeah. Your videos will look and sound great with the LG/network details.
I think it's going. It's just funny. Wow, that's a long transmission. That is huge. Oh, it is going. You never want to suck anything together with bolts just in case it's not lining up, so being careful. Yes, that is incredibly off balanced. Yeah, I need to re-rig this, but that is transmission bolted to engine. All right, it's not the best way I've ever rigged an engine in my life, but it'll work. I just want to stuff it in here to see what's not going to clearance, because I'm betting the front sump pan is going to hit the cross member. I know the shifter is going to hit the floor. The trans might be too far over this way. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, first things first, that shifter needs to come off. Well, here's a little bit of a discovery. In the middle of taking the shifter off, this was held on with a rubber boot here. I've noticed that the housing for the shift mechanism is totally broken off. Yeah, that piece will kind of hold it all together, but like, that's bad. I'm gonna dig a little bit more into this and I'll show you what I find. I forgot to start my camera before I started stuffing it in here, but let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It's gonna have to come out and in a few more times, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. So this didn't end up being in there very long. The oil pan, I don't know if I mentioned, was hitting on the cross member. So what I'm gonna do now is, I had planned to just cut the tub of this one off, flip it around and re-weld it, but as you can see, there's a width difference, so I can't just do that. So what I'm gonna do is cut this one. How do I want to do this? Because I can't just bolt the one from the 2.5 on here. The 2.5 has a 1-piece remain and this has a 2-piece remain. And the geometry of this sealing surface on a 2-piece is very different. Basically, the idea here is to cut as far down on this as I can while still leaving the flat surface on this side, and then as high up to the flange all the way to the back. And then I'll probably leave another little bit of an edge on that side as well. And then we'll do the same thing, except we'll cut this one up as high as it'll go so I can have a little bit of overlap. This seam will follow nice so I get my oil drain from this pan for the turbo. I'll have just like a little bit of overlap on the front and back to weld to. This pan does have a little bit less oil capacity than this one. So that could be an issue, I'm not sure yet. And then the other thing I need to change are these oil pumps. Not necessarily the pumps, but the pickups for sure. This oil pump from the 2.5, it's really hard to tell, but the one on the 3-liter is a slightly larger volume pump. I need to figure out how to get the pickup out of this one and out of that one so that I can change them. And then this main bearing cap stud or bolt needs to be changed to the stud from the 2.5 so that I can bolt it on and ensure it's never gonna fall out. I'm gonna figure out how to get the pickup out of the pump, and I'll come back once I start doing that.